Very good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this new webinar of the year, I think, because
Yep.
it's the first of the year in
Y-
English,
Yes,
indeed.
it is.
Together with Sebastian, we'll be talking about improving the experience of your customers internationally, because we're going to be looking at how to manage languages within your PrestaShop store using Store Commander, of course. So just going to wait a few seconds so that everyone logs in and sits comfortably. So good morning, everyone. We've got people from all around the world, since this is in English, so for everybody speaking English.
Yes, as per
And
usual.
so I'm just going to put on the quickly the other slide. So Sebastian and I.
Yes,
Hello,
as
Sebastian.
beautiful as we are.
That's true. So today we're going to be seeing, well, just a quick recap on what Store Commander is, what we'll be covering in this webinar, and then we're going to have, of course, the question time.
Question time.
So on the recap, Store Commander, I'm just going to give
The
it
ball to
to
me.
Sebastian to explain that to you.
Yep. So what is Store Commander? Very simply and quickly, it is a back office layout that allows you guys to save time, take control of your data, and manage your catalog efficiently thanks to its specific interface. We have created for you guys an interface with 3 columns, and that 3-column interface allows you to manage more efficiently your day-to-day activities and while managing your shop, let's say. And you will be able to manage your catalog, your orders, and customers through Store Commander, which is a very, very important point. And we like to resume Store Commander in 4 main points. The first one being the data mass management. Thanks to Store Commander, you will be able to create and modify your catalog in bulk. So you will be able to edit products, images, prices, whatever you can think of. You will be able also to manage your orders and customers. The second point is we have developed an import and an export tool that allows you either to extract your data from your shop into a CSV files and also import external CSV files. And thanks to that import and exporting tool, you can update and create products in bulk. The third point is the product discount setup. Thanks to Store Commander, again, you will be able to schedule price discounts, control your margins thanks to its specific views, round up your prices thanks to its options, different options. And also you will be able to have an overview of all the discounts available on your shop, because we have developed a specific interface for that as well. And last but not least, the multi-store management. You guys may know that PrestaShop allow you to work in a multi-store environment, and with Store Commander, you will be able to work seamlessly and in bulk in that multi-store environment. You can share product information. You can edit the same product, for example, in different shops all at once, which is stunning. You can create exceptions on shops and many more options available for you. And as you may know, we have more than 50 years of expertise on PrestaShop. You can try out the application, the module, during 7 days for free. You also have access to tons of resources, such as the webinars, like we are doing right now, such as the knowledge base, which is composed of more than 700 tutorials, I think.
Loads of them.
Loads of them, exactly. And also you can contact us directly through the chat or phone or also by email.
That's true.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's about
its
it. Well,
functionalities.
there's a lot of things to discover anyway in Store Commander, but that's the four main points
Yep.
that we just put across when we refer to Store Commander to start with. And last but not least, so what we'll see in this webinar, so this is where I'm going to be taking over on a virtual shop. So it's not a real shop, so but I still have a PrestaShop store with Store Commander on it. So we're going to be seeing how you can navigate between the various languages installed on your shop, so you can do translations, etc. Using the export and import tool that Sebastian just talked about to manage also the product data in different languages, and then we're going to see one or two best practices when it comes to managing languages in your shop. But again, using Store Commander, of course. So let's
jump into it.
On the demo. Here we go. So I'm on 1.7.8 on this one, but we're compatible from 1.6.1 up to 8.2, I believe the latest
up to the latest versions. Yeah.
That's right. And we just Store Commander just gets installed on your back office straight away, and we'll linked directly to your database, so we can read the information within your database. And when we modify in real time in your database as well. So that's very very quick. So whilst we're in the back office, the languages in your back office is managed in the international menu here under localization. And this is where you can import language pack. So that install currencies, languages, etc. Loads of information about the language you'll be choosing. So that's where you do the localization pack, and that it will install languages. So apology, my back office is in half English, half French. But in the language part here, this is where you will have all the different languages. So on my shop, my virtual shop, I do have 4 languages, but only 2 of them are active. And I'm decided to introduce Spanish and German on my front site. So customer can choose the language on the site, but then I have the job of obviously doing all the translation of these new languages, although they're not active on my shop yet. In Store Commander by default will be showing all the languages installed,
which is a very important side of what Store Commander can do.
Yeah, exactly, and that's obviously to help you translate all the information in all that new language, so you can activate once you've done all your translation. You can simply activate, enable the language, and everything will be ready on your front site.
Yep.
So very useful. So going to Store Commander under the modules menu. So I just click on it to open the interface. So the first thing is languages. The information available in various languages are product names, descriptions, the short description and the long description, all the meta information, meta title, meta description, and also the availability messages. For the out of stock, in stock, out of stock, you have messages you can display on your front office. So this language, this information can also be translated. And of course, you have categories as well. So name, categories, name, descriptions, and meta information. So that's the only 3 parts. And then we also have features and attributes that you can also translate. So the basic, if I select a category on my Store Commander, by default, Store Commander will be in the default language set on your back office. So my language is set to English. This is why here I've got my little flag with my various languages, but my default language is English. So apologies, this is a demo, so not everything is translated in English yet. But that's just the point of this webinar, is to be able to find out what needs to be translated. So by default, we have English here. So everything, categories, product, and all the various information like descriptions are in English. Like here, I don't have any, so I need to do my work and add all the description in English. I can swap, of course, the language here. So if I wanted to translate in Spanish, I can select the Spanish language here. So that will swap all the product names and descriptions, or the text, and all the categories as well. So I can double click and then translate in Spanish. But for example, this product is in product because I don't have translation in Spanish for this product, but I don't know what the name is in my original language, in English. So although it's easy to switch language, best thing is to keep your original language so you can see the name in English, and to translate the product names. The trick in Store Commander is to use the SEO property on the right-hand side, because here we have, this is for the meta information, but in that property, we also have the 4 languages and the names in the 4 languages. So I have the original language, which is really in French, but I can see the original language, and then I can edit to add my translation for the product names. So I don't need to swap my language here. Of course, like Store Commander does, I can select multiple products. So I have all the information displayed on that property. And then I can, I can, if I want, use the filtering tools and say, well, I need to translate in German, for example, do my translation, etc., etc. So after that, up to you to decide which type of filters you need to apply, if you want to display more information, etc., etc. The point is that you've got that information in one place for your the product names. So that's the first point that you can choose to do when it comes to translating your product names in Store Commander. Then we talked about descriptions. We have the descriptions on the right-hand side as well. So we do have a 4th panel here. Okay, so to make it a bit more ergonomic, we have this icon here, so you can enable it, and we hide automatically the category column. I can reopen it if I wanted to, but I'm going to hide it, and I can even slide even better, so I have a better view of my my descriptions. But I'm going to take a product with description. So again, I'm in English. So the first panel will be in that language, which is a default language for my shop. And on the right-hand side, this is where I will have the translations. So if I want to translate in French, for example, I've got it here, but then I don't have anything here, so I can write my description en français. Voilà. Okay, and I can swap and go into Spanish, and I will write
do the same,
etc. So this panel has made is going to make your life easy, because if you didn't have that panel here, then you would have only your original one, and then have to swap or copy paste. Well, it's feasible, but a bit complicated. Really. It's not that easy. And since we're here to make things easy for you on a daily basis, this is why we added that extra panel on the right-hand side. So use this option here. It's just the ergonomy of your interface, but again, you can hide and move the panels depending on the side of the screen. So it's very easy to use. So we said names, descriptions, SEO, where we've been there in the SEO panel here, although you can also use the SEO central column here. So that would be, again, in that language. So you have all the, in English here, the names and, hold on a minute, up. Meta title, meta descriptions, the keywords, and the link rewrite, everything SEO. So you can see that I'm missing some information in my original language, but if I want to translate into other languages, same as the names and description, I can swap here, but it's easier to display the SEO information in the SEO property on the right-hand side. So you have the original and you've got all the languages here. So you can translate directly here if you want to.
Very easy to use, actually.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm having a pause because I'm just thinking, so we said description, the names and the meta information. And the fourth one was, the disponibility messages for the stock. So for the stock, it would be under delivery, I think. So not everybody is using it, but it's there, so you can use it. It's when you have, here you go, the availability messages, if product is on stock or not on stock. If you decide to sell your product, if you don't have stock, you can display a message on your front office. And that will be, of course, displayed with in the languages the customer will choose to on your website. So you can also translate this information here. Unfortunately, here we don't have a special panel to show all the different languages. So this is in English, and if I wanted to translate this to information in German, then I will need to swap German and add my messages here in. Well, it's in French actually. Donc I'm just going to put it in German. Hop, and this is done. So this is the only 2 bits of information in interface, and you can't really you can't display in all languages. So you get to do the easier translation. The other alternative to be more efficient when it comes to translating all your information, so that includes the these availability messages, but the SEO descriptions, etc., is to use, of course, the importing tool. You can export all your information, and you can import all your information as well.
Just before talking about importing and exporting data, you talked about the views. You switched from the SEO to the delivery view just to show the fields we need to modify. But the good thing about Store Commander is that you can configure and customize your views. So, for example, you can create a view with all the text fields you need to translate to make it easy for you.
So this is the interface customization. So let me close it again to show you. This is available in the tools menu, interface customization. It's just that there is also a shortcut at the end of all the views. So I can click on customize, so that will open the tool as well. So indeed, I can create a new view. I'm going to call it Sebastian.
Yep.
I've got a view which is empty for the time being. I just got the ID, and then, like Sebastian says, I can add
the availability messages or
the messages, or anything I need to translate from the list. So that would be
you can add the name, the availability messages,
the names. I can even add meta description, meta title,
the metadata,
the link rewrite as well, and we also have we can also have description.
Yep. Whatever you can think of. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's it. The short description as well. There you go. So these are the text that needs to be translated that will be displayed on your front office, except the features and the attributes, the combination attributes, but that's a different thing, so I'll show you after. So you can create that view, and then when you refresh, just F5 my screen so I can show you. Now I have a new view, and then I can select my my category, and then I will have the language, all the information I need to translate. So I can either swap my language here or use my right-hand side panel property. So very good point here, Sebastian. Thank you.
And that's why I think Store Commander is such a powerful tool. You can customize it the way you want.
You certainly can. So tools, interface customization. If you have Store Commander, you have this tool. So please do use it. You can really adapt your own Store Commander to your needs. So if you have multiple people working in your on the shop, everybody can have their own views. You can create views, you can delete, modify, whatever. Just do whatever you want. This is really very useful to have your own interface. So these are the information you can translate. The only thing you can translate staying in the interface are the combination attributes and the features.
Yeah.
So if I go to features, for example, feature management, I'm just going to resize a little bit. So you've got all the groups and the values on the right hand side, and you have a column for each language. So same again here. You don't need to switch languages. You just need to double click and edit to do the translation. So that can be a little long to do. Unfortunately, we don't have any interface. That's the only way you can do it. Same as the names and description on the interface. But if you want to go faster and be more efficient, this is where you go onto the export and import tool. I mentioned export, so you can extract all the information on a CSV file. You don't need to build it yourself, and you just export it. All the fields are available in the export tool within Store Commander. So if I go to the CSV export here, so for this webinar, we prepared already an export file where Sebastian just created it for me. So
And it's
go
so
ahead,
easy to do
Seb,
it.
if you want to explain this part.
Well, I just created a new export file, and in the mapping section, I added all the text fields I needed to translate, and I added it. I added them in each and every languages available on the shop, so I can extract the data. I then selected all the categories I wanted to, and generated the CSV files.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the mapping here, you can, for each field, available in language, of course, because like iProduct, there is no languages, so you can't double click to select a language, but you will do for names. So this is where you have one line per language. So you can have in your file one column for the name in French, in English, in Spanish, and in German. So add all the lines that you need in all different languages. So Sebastian just added them all. And then, but you can export, and you will have an export file with one column for each
field.
So if I just save it up to show you quickly, it's on my other screen. So once you're ready afterwards, you can just export languages. That's the one. Just do all the translations. So here we go. So one column per information, so name in French, in English, in Spanish, in German, etc., etc. Translate everything you need to translate in the corresponding columns. Save your file, and once you're ready, this is where you will be able to apply these translations by importing the file. So for those who haven't used the import tool or the export, everything is available on the export and available in the import tool.
You can refresh the page, Sonia.
Yeah, I think so. Let me do F5 again.
That's the demo effect, as per usual.
Well, it would be sad if we didn't have any glitches.
Yes.
Time. So going back to the import, here we go. So again, we added the file. Did we add the file?
I don't think we did.
No, I'm just going to directly there. Yeah. I'm just going to browse and add the my file in. So that was export languages. So when you do your import, this is where all the columns are of my file. So normally you have to double click each single line to do the matching. So ID product, which is my identifier, is ID product, etc., etc. But it's going to be a bit long because I've got a few fields, and in Store Commander we're trying to make you save time. So instead of doing it manually, I'm just reselecting my my import file. We have this option here, and that's going to be loading the mapping for me without having to do anything. I just do one click, and everything is completed for me. Because the name of my column is exactly the same as the name of the field, obviously we will recognize it, and then we'll fill in this this mapping for you. So export import with Store Commander is making your life easy because you don't need to do too much configuration.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths of the import tool. We try to save your time again by allowing you to load automatically the fields of the mapping.
Yep. So don't, when you do the export and import, don't modify the title of the columns, because if you modify it, then it won't be recognized because it won't be the same, and this option won't work. So if you do use this option, do scroll anyway, just in case one or two fields are not filled in completely correctly, because that can happen that you modify the title anyway in your file, or just add a new column anyway. So do check that everything is completed. And then what the import my identifier, always, of course, that's one best practice, to always include the ID product, which is going to be used as the identifier to go modify my product. The ID product, there is only one per product. There can't be any duplicate. So ID 123 will always be 123. So when we go and import this file, if I find ID product 123, this is really the product 123 that I will be modifying and not another one. So best practice when exporting, importing, always include ID product to modify product. If it's combination, it's ID product attribute. But here we're talking about languages, and languages are only on products. So ID product included in export to be able to use it at the import. So you can translate everything within the interface, or using export import if you need to do bigger work, like I should be doing on my demo, because I need lots of translation to be done. So I would usually do an export import. But as you've noticed, we don't have features and combination attributes. Features and attributes can only be imported in the default language of your PrestaShop store. So in this instance, my PrestaShop is in English. Therefore, I can only add features in English or create new combination using the attributes in English only. And I cannot use that export import to translate my features and my attributes existing on my shop. But of course, we're not going to do it manually either, because it's quite long to do, especially if you have loads of features and attributes. But we developed a translation tool specifically for features and attributes, which is called export import translation. So very easy to use as well, because it's not going to be a real export import to configure like the product ones. This is just going to be the copy paste information procedure. Here we've got either the feature groups or the values, same for combinations, either the groups or the attributes. If I take the feature groups, I've got two tabs, export, import. In the export, I've got all the names of the groups, and I simply need to copy this information because it's already selected. And when I go into an Excel document, I paste it. It's in columns already. The format do not need to be changed. Well, shouldn't be changed, I should say. And now you just need to translate the information in all the different lines. Okay. Don't need to save it. Just do your translation. Reselect the information. Copy it. I copy with my keyboard. Going back to my store commander, I just go into the import tab. And like it says, copy paste the data. So I'm just going to paste my data. With the information I translated, of course. And to apply it, I simply need to hit that button. I import, done.
And that's it. Feels like magic.
It is.
I mean, it's very easy, no?
Yep.
Very,
so,
very
of course,
easy.
the translation is not automatic, I'm afraid. We don't have a translation tool in Store Commander. Everything needs to be done manually, of course. But we have all these facilities for you to be able to apply this translation as easiest as it can be done, because obviously there's no robot, no AI, no nothing in Store Commander for you to translate. So
it still requires a manual action, but I mean, everything is simplified and very easy to understand and use as well.
Completely. I'm just going to go back to my slide. So we have been navigating between the various languages, so names, description, and meta information, exporting, importing, as well as the export import tool for features and attributes. And comes to the best practice. So do you have a best practice, Sebastian?
I do, and I believe we will be talking about our favorite tool, which is the segmentation tool, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think so.
Great.
The best practice. Well, I mean, the best practice to just, if you do it in bulk, then the export import. But so on this demo is going to be a bit not obvious, but because I haven't translated much on my shop, so please do it on your own shops. It probably would be better. But the segmentation is our favorite tool because it's just so wonderful. The segmentation, which is under the tools menu here in your Store Commander, that's going to allow you to create segments, so like little blue folders here. It's just because for you, if you already have like languages active on your shop, whether you've introduced new products or you have like hundred of thousands of products, you don't know whether the translation has been correctly done or not, if it's missing information or not. It's very difficult. So you could export and then scroll through your CSV file and find out, oh, there's a name here, it's not translated in German, for example, but that's going to be quite complicated. It's feasible, but it's complicated. So to make that easier, use segmentation. Because...
And just a quick reminder that the segmentation tool is included in our Solo Plus and Multi-Store Plus plans.
That's true.
It is not by default in all the plans.
On your Store Commander, just check if you have segmentation in opens up, then you have the right plan. If you redirect it to our website, then you don't have the plus plan. So, but once you're on the website, just log on to your account and you can do a quick upgrade. It's very fast to do. But then in the segmentation, so to be able to find products, taking the example of products that have a description not translated into Spanish, so the Spanish side is empty, for example. I created in this morning that segment. I called it description ES, so it's automatic, and because Store Commander will go and fetch that information. And my criteria, which is a segment type, is called product empty field. Okay, and the field, I'm selecting it here, search in description and the language. So in its configuration, I'm asking Store Commander to add in a segment called description ES, all the products that have a description in Spanish empty. Okay, so I don't need to do an export and scroll through my CSV file. I created my segment, which is here, and I just need to click on it. And Store Commander is going to go and check and fetch all the products that don't have a description in Spanish. And now I've got all the products. So again, it's my demo. So I've got half of my products not translated, but that's normal. And then I can go into my description part using this icon, and I can go into Spanish. And indeed, there is no description, so I can do my description in Spanish. Again, on my demo, I would use an export import because I've got loads of translation to do. But for you on your shop, if you already have your languages active and you have new products and you want to control that you have everything correctly in the right places on your product, use the segmentation tool.
And just to add on what you said, I don't know if you can think of doing that product by product without Store Commander. I mean, that would be impossible. If you have thousands of products, that would be simply impossible. Whereas with the segmentation tool, that regroups all the products that correspond to that specific criteria, and you can quickly edit them afterwards.
Exactly. So it's actually, if I just go back to segmentation, I took the example of that the description, but I can create another one just to check, for example, names in
German.
in
Oh,
German,
wow.
for example. So same again is automatic because it's Store Commander doing the work for me. I'll display it in catalog because we've got 4 interfaces. So but this one is for the in the catalog. And the type, again, I'm going to scroll to do product empty field.
Mm-hmm.
And
Save it again.
I want to use, if I look for names in German, that is empty. So I just save it. And here I just need to refresh my categories here. And I've got my new segment. And when I click on it, all of these don't have a name in German. And that's right. Okay. So I can do name DE 123, for example. The other beauty of segmentation is like the automatic segment is also dynamic,
Yep.
which means this product that was detected for not having a name in German, now I've put a name in German, therefore it doesn't meet the criteria. Therefore, it will disappear from my list. I'm just going to do a test just to find it. So I've got 10 products. If I refresh, I should have 9. I do have 9.
Wow.
Okay. Beauty.
Amazing.
So if you have new products next week, you add like a new collection, whatever, and just click on the segment. And if you have products that don't have a name in German, you will find them here just by clicking on the segment. No need to do an export of like thousands of products and then scroll down your file to find out where the cell is empty. Just do the segment. So segment is the name, description, in different languages, so you can have a segment per language. I mean, we can do whatever you want. It's really it's beautiful.
It is one of the best tools.
The Store Commander must have, really.
Yep, one of the best tools available in Store Commander.
That's right. That's right.
Apart from the app itself.
Yeah, I think we've gone through everything.
Yes, indeed.
Segmentation. So I don't know whether there are any questions. I haven't looked at the chat.
We had a question from Henrik, but it was about the replay. If the webinar was available in replay, so I already answered that. But so far, so good. No questions asked. Maybe we can talk about Fix My PrestaShop, which is a tool that allows you to start controls and detect, problems, errors within the database, maybe. Or I'm thinking of specific controls such as metadata for the SEO, missing data or something like that. I think we have controls. Yep.
No, this sharing, the missing is with segmentation. But for languages, though, if I type languages here, there will be same again on your database. There might be, holes or link not made.
That's better.
So with Fix My PrestaShop, like Sebastian said, we have a few controls. Well, if I type languages here, I do have like 19. That would be checking specific information on languages because in the database you have a product table and you've got a product language table, but sometimes there are information in one but not in the other, or vice versa. And therefore, sometimes you need to delete it because it's like ghost information. And like we said, we don't want ghosts in a database. So we just need to delete it. Or there's a link missing. So it should be in one, but not the other. So we need to re-add it. And we will be doing that for you using the Fix My PrestaShop. So I just added languages missing is like ghost. So this one you probably can delete it, but you probably have one missing somewhere, so you can recreate. You just need to scan it. So if you go to your own shop, same again, it's my demo, so I might not have like the real information, but please do it on your side. Tools, Fix My PrestaShop. You can either scroll filter by languages just to do the languages control, but normally Fix My PrestaShop should be used at least once a week for anything.
That's what I wanted to add.
Yeah, especially for security. We do have like a specific section for security controls, so please do scan it.
Yep.
And if you don't know, then
ask us. Contact us.
That's it. The little red bubble on the right-hand side of your screen. Please do send us a message. We'll be happy to help if need be. But please, Fix My PrestaShop is really important to use because you never know. There might be
Yep.
some security issue on your shop. Maybe not massive one. I don't want to be scary, but please do scan it.
Yeah, that's another one of the perks of having Store Commander, right? We help you manage data, but we also help you secure your data and secure your shop as well.
Yeah, completely. So going back to the international, so we've scrolled everything. Let me take my
PowerPoint.
back.
Yep.
Up. Okay. So question time where there is no questions, I think. So I
There's
think
no questions.
we've said about everything. That's good. And the last but not least slide. So
Yep.
contact. So please do contact us if you have any questions. We'll be doing another webinar in a couple of months. Not sure.
We will be doing one the next month, I think, in March.
Oh, yeah, is it next month? Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
stay posted anyway. Like Sebastian
Exactly.
will just added the links to
Our social
follow us
networks.
on
Yep.
social networks and newsletter as well, etc. So you'll be informed of the next webinar, which obviously next month. I forgot, but yes, next month.
Yep. It is.
So you've got the phone number if you want to. This is a French number, but we can speak English, of course. The email and the red bubble. So it's not on there, but I showed you on your interface. So don't hesitate if you have any questions.
And
So
thanks for coming.
Yeah, Sebastian.
Nope, nothing to add really. I think we've covered all the topics we wanted. And thanks to you guys for coming. The webinar, sorry, will be available in replay. And we will see you next month, I think.
Yes. Hopefully, yes, we will be.
Yep.
Thank you. J'allais dire, pardon, je finis en français, mais thanks, Sebastian.
Thanks, Sonia.
Have a nice day, everyone. We'll
Yep.
see you
Have a nice day,
next week.
everyone.
Take care. Bye
Bye-bye.